I kid you not, I've been sitting. Wow. Um, I've been sitting out here waiting for my neighbor downstairs, either their air or their heater to go off. I don't know what they're running. It's like 65 degrees right now. I don't know if they're cold or they're hot, but it just turned off. So I had to go run out and buy some juice for my vape. I know, don't tell me. I'm 50, I can do what I want, okay? Um, but it's the first time I've gone out on purpose without a wig on. I've gone out once. uh, when I was drunk, I forgot I didn't have hair. I had less hair than I do now. And I took an Uber to my friend's house back in December. And then I had to take an Uber the next day back. And I didn't have a hat or anything, so. Um, but yeah, I colored it. I showed you last night. Um, it came out okay. So I got a little Millie Monster strip. Um, I now that it's fully grown in, like I don't have any patches. That's mostly what bothered me about not having hair was the patches, especially because my hair is always like this side, this length on the side and the back, but this part is always longer for like my mohawk. But I never wear a mohawk, um, so I'm not really bothered by it. It was just the patches. But yeah, I went out and now that I colored it, I don't have grays or anything. I feel more like myself. So that was cool. I do feel like Sinead O'Connor. I sent a couple pictures to some friends. Um, like, and I'm gonna post one online, the same one I think. Um, like it says, it's been 17 hours and 16 days. If you know the Sinead O'Connor song, you'll get the reference. Um, One of them told me that it would make a badass album cover. I'm like, I don't know about that, but thank you. That was sweet. But yeah, so I need to go inside. My apartment's right there. Um, if I ever showed you this, about the glare, it's my welcome sign. um, yeah, it's my. Maybe I can do it this way without the glare. Yeah. Anyways, my roommate is home right now, so that's why I'm recording outside. And as soon as I go in, my dog's gonna cry for 30 minutes because I was gone for an hour. So yeah, it came out okay. All right, I'll be back with more later. Later in the day. I wash my face and everything. I don't wear makeup very much because I don't go out very much, and for some reason, I think the chemo has made me. Although I haven't had chemo since November, um, it has made me. I don't. They're not. It's not a breakout, but I have all these like red bumps that I think are starting to go away. But I got them when I got. This started when I got diagnosed with diabetes in 2023. In 2022, I started getting these. I don't know how to explain them at that point because my body was out of control. They were like almost like I want to say wounds. Once I got the diabetes under control, I never fully got this stuff to go away. I'm no longer diabetic, um, uh, meaning that, well, my A1C, 6 months after I got diagnosed with diabetes, when I got diagnosed, I was in the hospital because I was sick for like 2 weeks. I couldn't eat or drink or keep anything down. Um, when I was in, when I got admitted to the hospital, didn't think I was going to get admitted. I thought I just had the flu or something. That's when I found out I was diabetic. Um, my A1C was 15. 15 is bad, okay? So it's no wonder that I was so ill. 6 months later, I was under, I think I was 4.7. So anything above 7 is considered diabetic. So I went from 15 to 4.7 in 6 months. Um, and I only had 3 months of insulin. I had to adjust to not having insulin or depending on it because my insurance switched me from the, like when I got diagnosed, they gave me the vial that you drew up yourself with needle. 3 months after that, I guess they only allow you 3 months of that. Then they switched me to the pen, which already has it pre-filled, but they wouldn't cover the needles that go with the pen because you put a fresh needle on every time. So I was fortunate enough to be able to get myself under control just by myself. Um, I started paying attention to um, really what I was eating, my carbs and everything, the sugars, and I never did use the pen, which is funny because I think 3 or 6 months after that, being denied getting the needles, they suddenly approved the needles, and I wasn't using insulin anymore. Um, but yeah, I once the wounds went away, and when I was in the hospital, they went away fully because I was on all these IVs. I was on like 8 IVs of different things, and everything went away. So I figured it was going to go away. Well, when I got out of the hospital, I didn't get the wounds anymore, but I got all these bumps, and I was on. Told my doctor, and she put me on some antibiotic that is supposed to be. It's like a herpes type thing, but not like a sexually transmitted herpes. It's just your body is in such a traumatic state that it came out like that. Well, it never went away, and I was on the antibiotics for a full year, and I'm like, forget it. I'm not gonna. It kind of would subside, but it would always come back. So I just took myself off the antibiotics, and I can't figure out if it's a food related thing, like a dietary thing. Like nothing is, it's 2025 now. I've had a long enough time to try to figure if something was making it, making these pop out. Um, so I can't figure it out. I'm still, let's see, 2024. So I got, beginning of last year, I got the diagnosis of the breast cancer. And right after that, I had my last endocrinologist appointment, and she basically was like, "You don't need me anymore. I'm going to release you if you're diabetes. If you become diabetic again or something. I'm always here. You can come back." I told her I got diagnosed with the breast cancer, and she said, "Never mind. I'm going to keep you because what you go through, what you put in your body, if you're going to do chemo or whatever." Can affect that. I haven't gone back to her. Um, I was supposed to go and do these labs um, at another location and then go see her for the results, like right after meeting with her. Didn't do that. I was in the middle of all these appointments and I was like overwhelmed with everything going on. Never did. Uh, I do keep track. I don't test my glucose as much as she wanted me to. And I actually haven't. I'll do it occasionally, like in the morning, and I'm always under 100. Um, Now that doesn't mean I'm not diabetic anymore, but when I when I test myself, I'm under 100. Um, yeah, so I've never gone back. Anyways, once I did the chemo in October, this stuff started coming back, and then it would go away, and then it would, I mean, not, yeah, it would go away, it would go away, but then it comes back. So I still can't figure out what it is. If I go back to the endocrinologist, I'm going to ask her about it. But I'm just assuming at this point it's because the chemo has pushed it out. It's gone down a lot. I started taking a thing called, I think it's called lysine, something like that. It's a supplement. I haven't taken any supplements since, I think July, maybe, maybe August, because I didn't want anything to interact with the chemo. Well, screw that. I'm gonna start taking supplements because every time you go in, they're like, well, they want a list of everything you're taking to make sure things don't interact, or I don't care right now. I really don't care. Like it's almost the end of February, and like I decided to take a break from not really the chemo, but the freaking place I go to, because the place is a joke. I do have to go back. I have to finish the two chemos. Um, I need to get my 6 month check in with my surgeon, which didn't happen in December. Um, it's a whole other mess. So my goal is to finish the chemo, and it's every 3 weeks once I start. So I got two left. Go see my surgeon and see, because I got to get a mammogram and I think an ultrasound, and see where I'm at. If if there's been any regrowth or anything. I'm supposed to do radiation, 6 weeks of radiation, which is only like a couple minutes a day, but it's 5 days a week for 6.5 weeks. Um, I am actually depending on if there's any regrowth. I'm considering opting out of the radiation, and the reason why I say that is because of I think they're gonna do the radiation on my breast, and I think on my lymph nodes, which is under the arm, because they had to take out two lymph nodes. Um, she took out two because it had just barely started spreading to one, and she took out the second one, I think, as a precaution. So I'm assuming that's where the radiation would be, and it's on my right side, not my left. But my concern with the radiation is not the burns or anything, but the long-term effects. I'm only 50, and it can have effects to your lungs, and it can have effects to your heart. Now, the fact that it's on my right side, I think the heart might be okay, but I don't want any damage to my lungs. Not that it will, but not that it won't. So that's something I still have to figure out if I want to do it or not. I said the same thing about chemo. I said I wasn't sure if I wanted to do chemo, and ended up saying okay, I would do it. So I might change my mind and do the radiation, but that's going to be something I decide for myself, not listening to um, the the oncologist to go do. He doesn't tell me things to scare me. He's very matter of fact, and he is great. But the place that handles everything in the office, they suck, and yeah. So I changed my insurance at the beginning of the year, thinking everything was going to be done, because everything was going to be done by the end of the year, except for the drugs they want to put me on, the hormones or whatever. Um, yeah, and I only got to do 2 chemo treatments instead of 4, and instead of the radiation. I probably would have done the radiation, have everything just gone like clockwork, but it didn't. So it's given me time to reevaluate and rethink things. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So I have to start over with, I think, all my referrals. So I have to go back to my primary care doctor, which I need to do anyways, because I didn't do. I need to do my yearly physical, which is what I have to do anyways. But because I was diabetic, I have to go usually every 6 months. Um, and I haven't seen her since about a year ago, so I didn't do my 6 month last year. I only dealt with cancer last year. And that was enough. Like, that was enough. Between all the scans and all the appointments, and that was enough. It was a bit overwhelming. So, yeah, I kind of dropped the ball on my normal doctors, but I think I'm okay. So, when I go back to my primary care, she's going to do, you pee in a cup, and they do a big blood test, and then I will see then if the chemo has triggered um, the diabetes to come back, and I don't think that it has. I could be wrong, but that's how I feel. Physically, I don't feel like I have the diabetes, I don't have the fatigue and everything. If things were going badly or I was regressing back to that, I know how I felt when I didn't know I was diabetic. So, and I was type 2. Um, type 1, I don't think you can ever get away from that. Type 2, when I was in the hospital, a doctor told me, he's like, you have 6 months to maybe a year of reversing it once you get diagnosed. But I don't know how long I was diabetic for, so I could have been diabetic for a year, could have been diabetic for 2. Don't know. COVID had hit. I mean, I was going to the doctor every year, but 2019 was the last time I went to my doctor because COVID hit in 2020, so I stayed away from the doctor, and then 2022 I started feeling bad. I thought I was just depressed and fatigued, and wasn't that. I mean, it probably was part of it, but yeah. So physically, I don't feel like I did back then. So that gives me um, like optimism that I have not regressed back to the diabetes, but we'll see when I go back. Um, and that could be, like I said, could be chemo triggered. Would have been nice had I had all the chemo done, and then my body would have time to um, heal from all that. But I'm gonna have to see her before I start chemo again because I can't go back until I see her. So we'll see, and I'll go from there. As for the moving thing, we all know we hate moving, we hate packing, we hate unpacking. But I'm actually kind of excited to get out of this apartment because we've been here. I've been here about 20 years in the same apartment. We have actually a carpet cleaner that we clean the carpet with, but still, it's the same carpet for 20 years, the same padding. Um, yeah, it would be nice to. And they won't replace, they can't really replace the carpet because they can't move all my stuff out and replace it. So it is what it is. So it would be nice to get to a new place. The stove, only 2 burners work. The dishwasher has never really worked. Not that I used it that much. I used it as a drying rack, actually. Um, the sinks, because I'm in Vegas, we have hard water, and there's hard water, like calcium buildup that I cannot get off. So yeah, it's time to go. So I'm kind of excited about getting to a new apartment and everything. So yeah, I think that's in July when our lease is up, which sucks because nobody wants to move. I always move in the summer. I always move in the summer. I moved here in the summer. I moved to Vegas on the weekend of July July 4th. And it's like every time I move, it's in the middle of summer. I know it's hot here a long time, but it's always in the middle of summer. That's about it. I think that not much else is going on with the vlog. The hair, I think I'm going to color it again because I did miss some spots up here. But it is like a light kind of red. Not my crazy red that I usually do. I usually do like a very bold red, like Manic Panic color. But I don't want to bleach it because it's so close to the scalp. But yeah, it's growing, and you know what? I kind of like it. So my roommate's like, "You're gonna keep it like that? I bet you are." Like the back and the sides are always the short, like I said yesterday, but I mean today. But yeah, this I think I'll grow it out a little bit, but maybe not too much. So, all right. Thanks for watching, and if you've watched my 2 videos from the metalcore night, I I thank you. I have more things coming up, metalcore related, but I'm not gonna disclose what they are yet because they haven't happened, and I don't want to jinx things. So, fingers crossed. But yeah, so I will see you again soon. Bye.